Hi there, it's Jen from modernmedicinelady.com and the Empathic Woman System, and the word of the day is lens. Now, I've tried to record this a couple times, and for some reason I just keep getting bogged down, so please bear with me, and I'm going to try to get through this one. So yesterday I used the word translation, and I was talking about how when we experience certain things with a lot of intense emotion, or when we don't understand things, that we can end up recalling an experience translated through the emotional filter, and the story becomes a distorted version of that. But I was thinking a lot about how not only do we have these lenses, these emotional lenses, or these intellectual or mental lenses, these mindset lenses and belief lenses that can affect the way that we recall things, but also that a lot of times we can have these lenses that affect the way we go into things and that we anticipate what is going to be happening. And that when we're wearing these certain kinds of lenses, a lot of times we're looking for evidence of these things, and we're going to find a way to prove that what we believe is actually true. And so we're looking for signs, and we're looking for just the little bits of stuff that's there. Now, an example of this would be, say, we're in a situation in a relationship where we're feeling already slighted or pissed off or frustrated, or that somebody's hurt us. And we're going in with a bit of a resentment, and also we've started to interpret that their behavior is this and that they are basically jerks. That's a nice way of putting it. And so anytime we walk into the situation, particularly if we have not done any personal work on forgiveness or tapping down the emotional intensity of what we experienced with them in the first place, we're going to often have these lenses that are looking for evidence that this person is basically a jerk, and that they are going to, and so anytime they do anything that even remotely resembles behavior that we interpret as being mean or slighting us or basically being, an a-hole, we will take that as evidence. See, I knew it. That person is behaving that way. Just goes to prove my point that they are basically this. Now, the thing about this is that it really amplifies maybe something that is going on, but it amplifies what we're seeing in them. And it also shuts down the possibility that we could have a different experience with that person, because we're going to be reacting to the things we're looking for, and often we're going to probably not just react, but maybe even escalate a situation or provoke something because we're looking for that kind of behavior. And in my experience, it can be so incredibly helpful to recognize that I am looking for certain things, or that I'm imagining certain things. Now, it can go both ways. It can not just be that I'm looking for somebody to prove that they're a jerk. It can also be that I'm imagining that somebody is angry with me, or that somebody is frustrated with me, or that somebody was hurt by me, or something like that. So that I will also interpret something where they say something in a certain tone of voice, and I'm immediately imagining that they're angry with me. So what I have personally found to be very helpful with this particular part of the lens is to say, I am imagining that this is going on. Is that true? And a lot of times somebody will then have a chance to say, well, yeah, actually, I am kind of frustrated about this. And then it gives us a chance to work it out. Or conversely, a lot of times I will also hear, actually, no, it has nothing to do with you. I'm just feeling frustrated, or I'm feeling this about this, and I guess it came out in my tone of voice, but please don't take it personally. It's not about you. And I find that it is incredibly helpful to get a reality check, especially when it seems like I'm reacting or responding emotionally. And I guess I would even go as far as saying that when I respond to somebody's behavior in an emotional way, it's usually because there is some kind of lens that I am perceiving things through. And more often than not, I am much more able to handle this if I am rested, if I am well fed, if I am taking care of myself and I'm not overextended. But when I'm already stressed, when I'm already overtired, when I've already been overexerting myself, when I've already been stretching past my comfort zone, that's when I'm a lot more vulnerable and susceptible to having these distorted perceptions of what's going on. And as a result, interpreting things in ways that may not be that accurate. So, personally, what I have found to be incredibly helpful is actually tapping on the belief, tapping on the anticipation or the expectation, as well as tapping on past events that may be informing the present experience. And that has certainly been helpful for me, so that at this point in time, it's kind of like I'm actually able to often recognize, oh, I am wearing this lens that is looking for this person to be a total jerk. Or, oh, I am wearing this lens that is expecting these people are going to be annoyed with me. Or I'm wearing this lens that is expecting that that person is going to judge me in a certain way. And that as I become more and more mindful of this, I can take the lenses, or literally take the glasses off, and look at things in a different way. Now, I kind of need to keep these on so I can actually look at you and see you, although technically I see me, but you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, right now my question to you is, are there any situations where you may be wearing a certain set of lenses, where you may be looking for evidence of certain things, where you may be interpreting things based on experiences that are not really about what's going on in the present moment? And do you notice that there are certain times where you're more vulnerable to this? And if it is like me, when you're already overextended and already exhausted and depleted, how can you take care of yourself in those situations? What would be the best way to sort of remove yourself from falling down that rabbit hole? And how might you take off that pair of lenses so that you might be able to see things more clearly? So I would love to hear what you have to say about all of this. Please leave a comment below. And until next word of the day, I am wishing you peace. I am wishing you ease. And I am also wishing you the capacity to see when you are not seeing clearly. So in the meantime, please go like my Facebook page, Modern Medicine Lady, and as you might imagine, as I often say, I would be eternally grateful for your help to get this video out into the world. Please like it, please share it, and please pass it along to other people who would find it useful. Thank you so much, and until tomorrow, peace.